The Panamanian Comptroller General's office has been armed with all its called superpowers. The authority to freeze salaries, seize assets, and confiscate businesses from any citizen without the need for a court order. Our colleague Rekha Chandiramani tells us more about this in this story.
La Contraloría General, bajo el mando de Anel Flores,
the Comptroller General's office, under the leadership of Anel Flores, can now seize assets, freeze businesses, and withhold salaries without a court order. It justifies the measure as necessary in light of legal proceedings that can take up to 20 years. However, various sectors criticize it and label it an arbitrary superpower.
Article 280 delineates the functions of the Comptroller General of the Republic, stating that the Comptroller General is responsible for the auditing, monitoring, and control of public assets and funds. At no time, and in no way does the Constitution grant it the power to interfere in criminal investigations. You don't like the Attorney General's anti-corruption bill, but you do like Resolution 3126, where, unfortunately, the controller becomes both judge and party. This type of power is not good for anyone.
La Resolución 3126,
Resolution 3126, published on September 30th, allows the Comptroller's office to suspend salaries and seize assets such as properties and businesses from those under investigation. The measure can be applied without a preliminary hearing through a restricted access file. Despite criticism, the agency and the Court of Accounts assure that these will not be arbitrary processes.
The message is that decent citizens have nothing to worry about. This is not an arbitrary law that allows me to decide to seize whatever I want. Legally, this measure is strictly controlled. Not only does it have the legality control that we will exercise in the Court of Accounts, guaranteeing that the measure is sufficiently serious, that there is an appearance of illegality on the part of the state, and that there is a need for precautionary measures, but in addition to that, it may previously be subject to the control of the third chamber.
Se calcula que la corrupción desvía unos $600 millones.
It is estimated that corruption diverted about $600 million from the Treasury each year, in addition to tax evasion exceeding $7 billion. Currently, anti-corruption prosecutors have 4,725 cases open, with embezzlement being the most investigated crime.
Many people are concerned that it is too much power, but the power has always been there. The problem is that some previous auditors have not used it for reasons we can imagine, such as favoritism or other issues. But we are going to use it this time around because Panamanians are tired of asking where the $30 billion in debt from the last 5 years went.
La Contraloría ya envió oficios de cautelación al registro.
The Comptroller's office has already sent letters of caution to the public registry and the banking system to freeze the assets under investigation in order to prevent their transfer and ensure that, if there is a conviction, they are available. However, one question remains unanswered: who is responsible for the economic damage if the accused is found innocent? The Supreme Court would have the final say if, in effect, the measure is challenged in court, as lawyers from various sectors have already announced.
Abogados de distintos sectores. Rekha Chandiramani, teleSUR, Ciudad de Panamá.